How's it going, everyone? I'm Paulo Gonçalves and welcome back everyone to another Brawl Stars video. Today we're doing something we haven't done in quite a while, and I am collaborating with another YouTuber. His name is Raspberry Jam, and we met almost 2 years ago when I hit him up with the new Overlay Force channel. And then we went ahead a podcast which you guys can check out after you're done watching this video. Let's give a warm welcome to Jam. How are you, bro?
Hey man, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I've just come back from college and tiring day, but I'm here ready for this.
Yeah, like I said, I almost forgot that we were supposed to do this, but it's my day off, so I'm good to go. So I'm ready. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you are. I've been anticipating this moment since we discussed about it and planned it. I've been very excited, and I still feel that little pressure on my shoulders and deep inside me, like I did last time, like 2 years ago when I was on your channel. I still feel that.
I will say it is a little bit harder to be the one hosting the podcast as opposed to actually just being on the show.
Yeah, man, I can imagine so, because I've had to think of questions and set everything up. Oh, it's been crazy. It's been crazy.
But don't worry. We'll get through it, man. We'll get through it.
We'll get through it. Practice makes perfect. So, for those of you that don't know, we are here today to discuss a couple of the changes that have come around in this update, the most recent update, which is Season 12, the Stunt Show. And these changes that we're going to talk about are specifically the Power League and the Club League changes. And we're going to briefly dive into the new gear and also a couple of the new gadgets. So my first question for you, my friend, is, are you happy with the Club League and Power League changes? If so, then why? And if not, then why?
All right, first off, let me be straight with you. I do not play Club League at all. I absolutely hate it, and it makes me feel like the game is just like super cumbersome. Like, there's way too much to do in the game, and I say this all the time, but there's way too much to do in the game right now between pushing brawlers, pushing trophies, doing Power League, doing Club League, and then on top of that, and quests. Quest is the other thing that everything just feels so cluttered and everything feels so siloed off because it's hard to do quests when you're doing Power League because you can't place quest-specific brawlers or quest-specific modes when you're doing Power League / Club League. So, to make my life easier and less stressful, I just omit Club League entirely, and I pretty much don't even play Power League either for the exact same reasons, because I'd rather just focus on pushing brawlers and doing quests. So, am I happy with the Club League changes? It's a nice change that they made, but I don't think it really solves the core problem that I'm personally having.
That's very interesting. I've never actually spoken to a YouTuber or anyone that is a hardcore player, shall we say, and they've come around with that opinion. I've never actually heard anyone say, "Oh, I don't do Club League," but I completely agree with your reasons. I'm just stupid enough to still do it. I still play Club League and Power League myself, and I do my best. But I definitely agree with your opinion. Like, the game has cluttered us with so many things to do on a daily basis, and it's like we've spoken about this before. The game feels more like a chore more than an experience to have fun with, and it's crazy. I still can't believe. It's like I rambled about in one of my recent videos. I can't believe the game's been out for about almost 4 or 5 years globally, and this issue still hasn't been addressed. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Let me real quick. Let me just say I'm 100% making the wrong decision by not doing Club League because it simply is one of the best ways to progress your account. Sorry, it simply is one of the best ways to progress your account as quick as possible because the rewards on it are very good. It's just I choose because it's very time specific to actually do. I just choose to not worry about it, but. I mean, you should 100% be doing it. I'm just stupid, okay?
Okay, we got that out of the way. Honest Jam right here in the channel. Yeah, man, I agree with you. I really do. Like, but it's like I said, I think it's a preference more than anything, or whether you have time to actually do it or not. I myself usually have some sort of time, so I end up doing it. But it is a bit it's good for progression, but it's a bit stupid that it feels like a chore more than anything. Like every single Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, I'm sending club mail saying, "Everyone, do your club league if you can. We need to win because we want." I say we, but I speak for myself. Obviously, I want more rewards. I want to progress my account furthermore and quicker because Brawl Stars is since the Power 11 update progression has been so slow, and I'm pushing my club to do the best they can so we can get the more rewards so we can push our accounts further and further and further.
It's crazy how bad progression feels nowadays. Like
It is
I
horrible,
I
yes.
have brawlers that are still like I think I had like 1100 boxes or something like that saved up when they dropped that the Power 11 update, and I
Mhm.
shredded through those boxes, and I think I got one brawler to level 10 after everything. It just
One.
feels so it just feels
Oh my
so
god.
bad to try to progress your account if you're doing it just through boxes. And again, Power Club League is the way to go if you want to progress your account. I'm just stupid and just don't do it because I'm just not just organized on my day-to-day life. So remember having to log in at some point after 3 o'clock on Wednesday, but before 3 o'clock on Thursday to do the 2 league games and try to coordinate with my clubmates. It's just way too much of a hassle.
It is, it is. How would you like what do you just give me one suggestion or one idea. How would you change progression to become more viable for all players and to so that the game doesn't feel as slow as it is right now?
How to fix progression? My personal thing is that there's like, I don't know. I feel like there's nothing to do with the power, or not power points, with the star points. I feel like there's nothing to do with star points other than buy 2 boxes a month, and I feel like that's
Which is
like a
stupid.
I feel like that is like the easiest way to be able to let us do or let us progress our account faster is to be able to cash in our star points that we collect from pushing brawlers and pushing Power League, and make a so we can either buy boxes with it or buy gold or buy power or buy just be able to exchange it for something else, whether that be boxes, whether that be buy gold, or whether that be buy power points directly.
So are you suggesting like a club shop but star points instead, like that type of thing?
I mean, they don't need to make a specific shop for it. They could just tack a couple things right on the end of the actual shop where you like where you would buy your skins or whatever. They could just tack it right on there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, because in my situation, there's no current Power League skin that is really interesting to me right now. I got the Night Mecha Crow and the Dark Bunny Penny one, which were the ones I really wanted. But besides those, I'm not really interested in any skin. So my star points are pretty much useless. What am I using them for? Like, I can buy the boxes, but that once a month.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point?
Yep.
For players that don't like the skins, there should be an option where you can buy multiple boxes or multiple power points or gold, anything. Brawl Stars just needs to just do something about it, which I don't think is difficult to think about. You can easily like you just now off the top of your head, you just made a quick and simple change that could benefit the game for every single player. And it's like I said, the developers are amazing, but I don't understand how they haven't addressed this issue yet. It's
It
crazy. It's crazy to think.
it feels like to me that they're trying to do too many things with too many other things. So they come out with a decent idea of like power star points, great idea. You could buy these nice skins with them once you amass them through playing power play. Back in the day when they had it. Now
Yeah.
but they never released too many skins for it, and we amassed all these star points, and now we have nothing to do with them. Like, and it goes the same way with like all these game modes and stuff they're making. Like they make these game modes, but they never keep them around, and it's really hard to get excited for like game modes because they never, you don't want to be
And they
like,
can
oh,
stay
this
for a
is my
while.
absolute favorite mode. I'm gonna grind this all day long because at the end of the season it's going away. So it's like I feel like they have this real weird affinity with trying to make new exciting things, but never actually following up with like continuing to grow them.
Yeah, I think they think when adding those type of things like the star points and the new gamers, I think that they think more about the present than the future. So if that makes sense, like they don't think what what will happen in the future leading on to the point where they add that game mode. What's going to happen after they add that game mode? I don't think they really think about it. Like, what's the point of adding it's I feel like they add the temporary new game mode just to see the playability, how many players actually play it and don't play it.
And
To
I get
determine
that. I
whether
get that
it's added
entirely.
or not.
I get that entirely that they're very concerned about play rates, and I understand that. But the thing is that you have two modes that dominate play rates, and nothing else can touch those modes. Obviously, those modes are Showdown and Brawl Ball, but like nobody, like there's no. If you're comparing everything to the number one modes, it's never going to measure up. So like you need to be more realistic about like adding another mode possibly, and like I don't know. It's I feel like they don't have like a grip on exactly like how to progress the game, so they're kind of like scared to make any move. I mean, that's just my opinion, and people are probably going to disagree with me about that, but I feel like they play everything way too safe at the moment.
Well, I'm not one of them people. I completely agree with you. It's just I'm to be honest with you, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I really don't have any words for it. I'm just baffled how it just hasn't. I know I've repeated this like 3 or 4 times now, but I just don't understand how all these issues haven't been addressed yet. It doesn't make sense because they address some issues so quickly, but the main ones that actually are more important, they don't think about at all. Like this update, I was expecting more changes to gears and more changes to progression, but we got cosmetics instead. Cosmetics can wait until the future, but progression is something we need right now.
I said that in my reaction to the Brawl Talk when they showed this pin or the sprays. I was like, "Oh, that's cool, but do we need this? Do we really need sprays? Like, does it add that much to your experience? I haven't even used one. I barely use my emotes as it is."
Fair enough. That's fair, I guess. I don't use them, but people are speculating that they can be used strategically if used right, which I can see that happening with the check mark and the cross mark. Um, but I don't know. I don't see a main purpose for it besides it just looking nice like pins do.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they should have just implemented this either now, but add progression and add and or fix progression and fix other issues alongside it, or just wait till the future to add sprays.
Yeah, I agree that I can see possibly if you're in an organized team being able to use sprays strategically to mark like what walls need to come down, mark where Bo's mines or whatever. The problem is that I know I play with a lot of randoms. I know you play with a lot of randoms. Randoms are
I
stupid.
do.
They don't know anything. They don't pay attention to anything. You could put an X right where the mines are. They'll walk right onto the X, hit all 3 bow mines, and die.
Oh, that's so true. Hã? Eu pedi ajuda para ir, mãe. A Júlia. A Júlia está em casa? Não. Foda-se. Okay.
Sounds like you're getting yelled at, man.
Oh, that's how she is.
Okay.
What we were saying? Oh, randoms
Randoms are terrible.
stupid. They are. They're not gonna. They don't follow. Or their mindset isn't the right one. But I can understand it is a kids game, so they're probably all kids playing. But no, if you do have an organized team, it can be useful. But realistically, who does that? Unless you're a pro player, who does that realistically? No one. Okay, enough talking about that. Let's move on to the next question, which is, how much better do you think the Vision gear is compared to the Resistance one that has been replaced by it? And what brawlers do you think will dominate with that gear?
All right, so I don't think Resistance was necessarily bad. It just wasn't useful, if that really makes sense. Like, Resistance was 100% useful against brawlers that were going to slow you a lot. So, like, Shelly with her with her Shell Shock star power, or, like, Ems with her slows, stuff like that. Like, it had its uses, but the problem is you didn't want to just use Resistance just in those situations. Like, you didn't want to upgrade your Resistance just to be able to equip it whenever you were taking it into a Power League game or whatever. As far as Vision, I think Vision's a lot better. But I think it kind of still suffers from the fact that it's not going to be like a great general use gear, but it definitely has more uses because, you're going to be able to use it on maps that have a lot of bushes and stuff like that. And I could see it just like it's better, but it's not like amazing in my opinion. As far as
there's better options out there.
Right. I mean, I think I would still rather take the speed gear, the damage gear, the shield gear. Those three are still probably your dominant ones. Vision's nice. I mean, if you have nothing else to upgrade, you might as well throw, vision on something. But even the healing gear is better now. Whatever that one, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Which by the way was a great improvement from what it was before.
I know. I actually slapped it on a couple brawlers. Because like I said, I still think that damage and shield are the best ones by far. But I think that healing one is speed is good, and then healing, those are probably like very close to for the third one. And then I just think vision's like okay, but it's better than resistance, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either.
Right. It's not resistance. So
yeah.
As far as what brawlers I think could use it really well, I think tanks will. No, not tanks. You're gonna want to probably use it on a ranged brawler, for the most part, because those are gonna be the ones that are gonna be able to track that. Take advantage of somebody that's trying to hide in the bush, but you know where they are. See, like tanks are gonna have to chase them down. So in that case, you're probably just gonna want to run the speed gear over the vision gear as a tank.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I feel like semi to long range brawlers are really going to benefit from it. Let me just thinking of an example. I think Jean is going to be a great brawler to rock that gear with.
Oh, mainly definitely,
because of his after his main shot. They're gonna be very. It's gonna be very beneficial for him, and it's gonna allow. He's gonna make good use of the gear. That's what I mean.
It definitely enables him to be able to auto aim his super when somebody's hiding in the bushes as well. So like if you get poked and you and it lights them up, you can then auto aim your super to pull them out of the bush.
Literally, it's a good gear, but it's very brawler specific, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's map specific too, just like speed. It's map specific. Like you don't want to take it onto a real open map like Backyard Bowl or nothing like that, because you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Same thing with speed. So I mean, like speed and that gear, speed and vision could be a nice combo together. But I think for your most general ones, the ones you definitely want to upgrade all the way are going to be damage and shield.
Definitely, that's the ones I always go for personally.
Mm-hmm.
And let's move on to the next question, which is, what do you think of the new gadgets coming into the game, and which one is your favorite?
Are we including Surge's gadgets into this conversation?
We are most definitely including Surge's gadgets. Yes, indeed.
Okay. So the ones I like added into it, I like Toolbox for Meg. I think that's a great gadget. It needs a little bit of a range buff to be more useful. It doesn't need to have it, but I would like to see it get a small range buff, because right now I just feel like it's not like super effective. Like you could drop it into your teammate's lane, but nobody else is really going to be able to use it without crowding it.
True.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, carry on.
I also like both of Surge's gadgets at this point. I think both of those gadgets are very useful. The +2 upgrade is really good for Surge, because it's going to give, if you're at level 0 with Surge, you pop that +2 upgrade. You then get your speed and your range boost, which will allow you to charge your super, which will be able to get you back to your level 1 upgrade, which is arguably the most important for Surge. I think the level 2 upgrade is just as important as the speed one, but that's a conversation for a whole nother video. And then on top of that, his other gadget, the shield one, I think that's super useful if you play Surge very aggressive, or if you're playing in Showdown, because you could pop that shield and then it'll just enable you to spam 3 shots, plus constantly reload while you're absorbing that damage, and spam another 2 shots, maybe 3. I don't know exactly how much damage you need to take to fully reload your ammo, but yeah, I think it's a very good gadget if you play very aggressively.
Let me quickly interrupt you. Is it a shield gadget? Or is it like I thought it was I thought it was similar to T-Bone Injector for Bull, where you just instantly get your health. I thought that's what it was. Or am I just
No, hold on, let me double check the description. We're gonna take a quick hiatus. I'm opening the game at the moment. The way the patch notes read is that it was a shield, but let me pull it up in game. Where's my Surge? 500 trophies because I'm trash. 502. I know myself. Yeah, it's a shield. So no, the way the way it reads, for the next 5 seconds, Surge consumes 80% of the damage he takes and uses it as energy to reload up to 3 ammo.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
So it is a shield. So if you play Surge very aggressive, you could pop this before you dive in, especially with Surge's super rework where now it's a dive instead of a jump. Now you can dive in, pop this gadget, and then you can just spam your shots. You know, you can get up to 6 shots when you dive in.
Yeah, which also to mention, I'm really happy with the rework they did on him with the super and everything, since they got rid of his arguably the best gadget of the whole game. They got rid of it, but they also added that feature built into him in a way, which I'm very happy about. I think they did a great job with it.
Yeah. So the reason why they got rid of it, I don't know if they're going to include this in their actual in-game patch notes. I haven't read them, but from what I got from the PDF they sent me from the creator program, the reason why they did it was because they felt like there was nothing they could do for a second gadget for Surge that wouldn't be boxed out immediately by his other gadget, because it was just way too good. It was like the best gadget in the game. So they had to replace it, but they didn't want to get rid of it entirely because it's kind of essential to Surge's kit as kind of like a pseudo assassin type brawler. So that's why they reworked it into his super.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear the explanation that they had coming from you, and but no, they would have made a huge mistake if they got rid of it entirely with no rework whatsoever, because the community would set Supercell on fire, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
But my opinion towards it as well is that Surge gadget, the one where he gets 2 new levels for a short period of time, I think that gadget is amazing. It's probably my favorite one out of all the new gadgets that have been implemented into the game this update. And it's going to make him very strong, because that's one of Surge's weaknesses, is when you start off, you're very slow and your range isn't that good. So he struggles a lot. So popping that gadget right at the start and securing your first super, and then equipped with the star power that allows you to remain on level 2 every time you respawn, I think it's just an amazing kit. And I think that this is going to make Surge quite an OP brawler, more than what he was, if I'm going to be honest with you. But we'll just have to see what the future has for us and how people are going to use Surge after all these changes.
Yeah, I fully agree. That's a great gadget. I will say that Amber's gadget and Jackie's gadget are both kind of bad. I'm not a fan of either of those. Amber's gadget is a little bit better, but the thing is that it just doesn't do enough damage. Like, it does, you could do 1,500 damage with it, but I don't feel like it's really that effective.
I think it was quite a bit of a lazy 2 gadgets, if I'm going to be honest with you, because I feel like Supercell needs to look a bit more at the community, because the community has amazing ideas. If you watch famous YouTubers' videos where they go over ideas made by the community, or whether you go on social media yourself and look for ideas, you see amazing ideas. You see very balanced ideas. You see all sorts of things, and I think that Supercell, or Brawl Stars specifically, is a bit scared of taking in community suggestions sometimes. And I feel like Amber and Jackie could have had a much better gadget, in my opinion, because let's be honest, they are a bit useless. Because
Jackie's is absolutely horrible. I don't know what they were thinking.
I really don't know what they were thinking either. It's a bit stupid. And Amber is a semi to long range brawler. Why does she need a close up gadget? It doesn't make sense, really.
I will say that the idea is there, because like Amber does struggle if somebody jumps into her face, because she does most of her damage when people are approaching her. I will say the idea is okay. The execution's kind of bad. I think I would have preferred if it was like a knockback. Like if she like did like a spin and knocked somebody back and also was able to do like 1,000 damage. I think that would have been a lot better, because then it would have gave her that space maker that she kind of needs.
Let me interrupt you. You gotta save up your gadget ideas for a future video. I'm still waiting on a gadget rework video. Where is it, bro? Where is it?
I did a gadget rework video. Come on, man.
How long ago was this?
I don't know. It was before April, because I basically took all of April off.
I don't care. I still want to see one.
I can make another one. There's always bad gadgets, man. I can make another one.
There's always going to be bad gadgets. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. There's always going to be stupid ones.
Anyway, back to and then Jackie's gadget. What were they thinking? Like
Oh my god, man.
Like
Disappointing.
it's very gimmicky. Like I guess if you don't have a gadget for Jackie, if you're a new player, sure, it's useful. Jackie likes to have her walls. She doesn't like her walls broken. But like me, why am I ever gonna switch off of the speed boost where I can run people down and destroy them just to rebuild a wall? What that trade-off is not fair.
So it doesn't make sense as well, because if the wall has been broken in the first place, it means it can be broken again instantaneously.
Fair enough.
If you got an El Primo or Dynamite or a Brock with a gadget in the enemy team, and they just broke down your wall and you're gonna rebuild it, they can easily take it down again.
Right.
So it's a bit. I feel personally it's a bit useless, but hey, that's just me. So, are you ready to move on to the next question?
Yeah, let's keep it going.
Which gadget do you think is going to be the most OP out of all of them?
The most,
except for the Surge one.
The most OP out of the Surge, or except for the Surge ones, because those would definitely probably be the winner. It'd probably be between those two. It's definitely got to be Toolbox. I think Toolbox is just a fun gadget, and I think it's pretty useful. But like I said, it does need a little bit. I think it needs a little bit of a range buff. It doesn't need to have it, but I would like to see that. But I think the other two gadgets are just absolute dumpster fires. Like they're definitely going to need reworks like very soon.
I agree, and we just got to wait and see, because they have been quite not, I wouldn't say too quick with changing things, but they do have it in their list of things to do. So I'm sure once they see the community's response to these, let's just call it terrible gadgets, they will do something about it in the near future. I'm confident with that.
Well, you got to think that they're probably not going to update the gadgets this upcoming after the end of this Brawl Pass, because they just implemented them. So they're probably not starting to work on a gadget rework for them right away. Then we're going to have the summer break, so it's probably not going to be until September if we're realistic.
No, I don't expect it to be anytime soon, but I don't think they'll delay it till another 1-2 years.
Yeah.
So, my friend, we are going to have to wrap things up. Those were all the questions I had for you today. Is there any message you want to leave to our fellow viewers?
Yeah, sure. So make sure you guys go check out my channel, Jams Game, or not Jams Game. That's my streaming channel. You can check that out, Jams Gaming Station. But my Brawl Stars channel specifically is Raspberry Jam. That is basically what type of videos I make, is mostly discussion videos, something like this. But normally it's just me talking to the camera. I talk about like the meta, gadget ideas, reworking star power, stuff like that. And then on top of that, make sure you're watching all of Paulo's videos. I notice his views are a little down since he just came back, but make sure you guys are supporting Paulo, because he is an amazing creator. He does amazing design work, and I just really enjoy his types of videos.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. It's hard, or it's very uncommon to hear nice words like that sometimes, and hearing it coming in from you as well, it's great to hear. It's great to hear, and it was amazing to have you on here today, and I'm sure the viewers are happy to see you here today as well, and you heard the man. I will leave a link to both of his channels in the description, as well as his Discord server. You should most definitely check out his Discord server. That's where he's usually most active in, besides his YouTube. But yeah, I'll leave all the links to his channel and everything down in the description. You guys should definitely check it out. Me personally, I love his content. I'm always excited to see the next video, and I never miss a video. So you guys should do the same. It's worth it, and drop him a subscribe. Let him know that I got you there. So yeah, bro, I'm really grateful for you showing up today. It was amazing to have you. I loved the conversation, and I hope we get to do this again sometime soon.
Yeah, man, whenever. I'm always down.
Great, bro. Great. Good to know. Good to know. That will be it for the video, everyone. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.
Peace out.